Introducing the final TechTok.
I'm glad the clock isn't starting till I get up here. Well, hello everybody, and I'm thrilled to be able to be here and talk to you about a whole new technology platform that's incredibly impactful and is really going to form the foundation for sort of community media over the coming years. And that new platform is called broadcasting. I can just see the collective thought bubble that just said, that's so much in the rearview mirror of history. What are you doing talking about broadcasting? But this really is a newly designed, development over the last 10 years or so of a technology platform for television, and it's really taking television from traditional broadcasting to an IP data delivery platform. So what that means is, think of this as sort of a large pipe that KQED has, and KQED can deliver at least 5 times more content and information than they can now on this new platform. And within that big pipe, you can also create sort of sub-pipes, and you can do, there's a host of both mission-related and revenue-generating opportunities that exist with this new platform. So everything from, in Richmond, Virginia, they're doing a really interesting educational project with correctional facilities there on the ATSC 3.0 platform. And there's a national organization that's doing education, connecting schools basically to households and communities that don't have broadband connections. So doing those kind of things, it's really the most elegant solution to emergency alerting. And in addition to being able to deliver audio, so for example, KQED could do as many audio channels as Sirius and XM. So again, when you look at KQED being able to reach 6 million people with all this kind of information and content and everything else that comes on this platform, it really is incredibly transformational. And the thing that I want to keep repeating through all this is free and over the air. So it means that you can provide all these things without necessarily having a broadband connection in the household. And it really does completely reach everybody within the community. And this is really, for public broadcasting, is built on the foundation of the fact that there's 356 public television stations that reach 98% of the country. So there's no other technology platform that really has that kind of reach and depth of connection to the entire country. So it really is an amazing way to sort of transition television to really becoming more like the internet using the broadcast signal. And so when you look at the sort of the transition now, and this is not just for public television, but this is for all of commercial broadcasting. So the transition's been going on for about 3 years now. And by the end of this year, about 80% of the country will have at least one 3.0 signal that exists. And San Francisco, for example, just completed the transition recently. So it means that over the next few years, all stations ultimately will be in this 3.0 platform, which again provides a whole host of things that communities can make use of and do that they can't do now. And I think the other big transformational piece is that public broadcasting for the first time will be able to use some portion of their reserve band channel for commercial activities. And so it means that nationally, part of what we're trying to put together is the use of this spectrum for things like data distribution, or, again, there's a host of commercial uses. And so it means that public stations all over the country really can open the door to generating new revenue sources for supporting local content. And again, historically, there's been a shelf space limitation and issue for broadcasting, that there's only so much that they can put in 24 hours. And this is going to completely eliminate that. So it really is transformational. And I think the big risk that we face is, you can imagine with the overall value of spectrum, and we sort of forget that all television is on spectrum, and spectrum can't be reinvented. And a few years ago, there was an FCC spectrum auction that generated $1.9 billion for a number of public TV stations, and KQED was one of the recipients of some of that money. So the risk that we face is, because of the value of spectrum and because of the potential uses of ATSC 3.0, My concern is that we might go from covering 98% of the country to public stations getting picked off. So, for example, Oklahoma State, the Oklahoma governor just vetoed the budget for Oklahoma public broadcasting and is looking at getting rid of the licenses. And if that happens, those will go to equity firms that ultimately will sell that spectrum in auction. So I think there's tremendous opportunities, but tremendous risks that we face right now for public broadcasting. But I think it's a way to connect all of you on these kind of platforms that I think will be transformational. 4 seconds left. Thank you.